I am Imhotep. Some called me priest, some called me healer, others called me magician. But long before the world learned those words, I was simply a man who listened to the voice of creation itself. I was born in Kemet, the Black Land, where the Nile breathes life into the desert. In my time, knowledge was not separate from spirit. To study the stars was to study the divine. We were the children of the sun, and I was one who sought to understand its language. I watched the stars dance across the heavens. Their movement revealed patterns, balance, order, perfection, and I began to ask, can the divine order of the heavens be built upon the earth? So I imagined stone rising toward the sky, a monument that would echo eternity itself. I designed a structure unlike any seen before, the step pyramid of Saqqara. Not a tomb of mud and brick, but a stairway carved from stone, each level a step closer to the eternal. Many said it could not be done, but I told them that which is seen begins in the unseen. And so it rose, stone upon stone, a temple of mathematics, of science, of spirit. That day, the world changed. For the first time, human thought touched the sky, but my work did not end with stone. For the body too is a structure, built of sacred design. I studied its form, its pulse, its harmony. I discovered that illness was not a curse, but an imbalance that could be understood and restored. From the plants of the Nile, I learned the secrets of healing, wrote on scrolls how to mend wounds, how to ease fever, how to bring comfort to those the world had given up on. They would one day call another man the father of medicine, but long before his birth, I had already written the book of healing. I had already spoken to the living body as one speaks to the divine. But time is not always kind. Empires rise, and with them come those who covet what they do not understand. They took our gold, then they took our knowledge. The Per Ankh, our house of life, where knowledge flowed freely, became the Library of Alexandria under foreign rule. My scrolls were carried away, my name rewritten. Those who came after, Pythagoras, Hippocrates, Aristotle, studied in our temples, learning from the priests of Kemet. They took the truths of Africa and returned home to teach them as their own. The wisdom of Imhotep became the legend of others. And I, the first architect, the first physician, the first engineer, became a shadow in their history. But truth cannot die. It may be buried, it may be renamed, but like the Nile, it always returns. For centuries, they said I was a myth, a fable. Yet every pyramid that still stands, every formula, every instrument of healing, whispers my name. And today, my spirit stirs once more. I live again in the hands of Africa's creators, the scientists of Accra, the engineers of Nairobi, the doctors of Lagos, the thinkers of Addis Ababa, the dreamers of Cairo. In every African child who dares to learn, in every builder who shapes tomorrow, I rise again. Not as a forgotten name, but as a symbol of what was always ours, genius. The world calls it progress, but I have seen the circle. For what was born in Kemet returns again to Africa. A new generation awakens, no longer waiting for permission to be great. They are the heirs of a story once stolen, a story of innovation, not imitation, of creation, not conquest. I am Imhotep. I was here before the first philosopher spoke, before the first scientist wrote, before the first empire rose. I built the path that humanity still walks, and though others tried to claim my works, they could never claim my spirit. Because truth, like the sun, cannot be hidden for long. The story of Imhotep is not one of loss, but of return. The return of memory, the return of pride, the return of Africa's light. To learn more about African innovation and heritage, visit www.agecoin.io.